about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not.
Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. I'm here to talk about the mangas on my wish list for 2021. I'm really excited. This was a fun list to compile. I tried to take things that I've already read a little bit of and things I think I'm gonna love, so I know I want to collect them and put them on this list. So let's get to it. First up, we have Blue Flag, which I absolutely adore. I started reading this with my Brooklyn Public Library card that I have, and y'all, this is such a great slice of life shonen. It is also LGBTQ centered, and I love me queer romance in general, so I'm here for this. Queer stories, I always want to read them. And this is about a group of 4 friends, and 2 of them fall in love and the other 2 are in love with their same-sex friends, or that have the same identity sort of situation. Obviously someone in this could be non-binary, who knows? But I really liked Blue Flag. It talks a lot about the struggles of being queer in a place where I mean, honestly, we know that queerness is not as accepted in Japan necessarily, so I think it's just a really good story. It's a fun read. It's a little heart-wrenching, but also very heartwarming at the same time. So I just know I want to have these on my shelves. I'm caught up so far, up to volume 5. Volume 6 comes out in just a few days, so I know that I will be reading it very soon. Next we have Food Wars. I've read 3 volumes of Food Wars so far, and I've watched most of the anime. I'm almost done with the last season, and I'm really, really loving it. So I know that I'm gonna want these on my shelves when I'm done. I am kind of waiting hesitantly, because I know it just finished, and I'm hoping maybe we'll get a box set in the States, which would be like probably the best way to pick all of the volumes up. I do own 3 already, but I'm fine with that. I can always have a little bit of duplicates. Food Wars follows Soma, who goes to a culinary high school in which the kids all compete against each other in food competitions. It's very much a battle shonen, but with food, and it cracks me up. I loved reading the volumes I've read so far, and I plan to continue reading it in the Viz app as I have time here, but I wanted to finish the manga first before I circled back to read all of it. I don't know, I laughed so hard when I read this the first time and just had such a blast. Fruits Basket. This is like a classic shoujo manga. I want to collect them. I have volume 1 of the collector's edition bind-ups, and I really, really like this manga. This was one of my childhood mangas, when I was in my teen years. I read a good bit of them. I also watched the anime back then, and I've been watching the new anime. And this follows Toharu, who takes a downturn in life and is living in the forest kind of as a secret, and then she gets taken in by this family who turns out to all be animals in the Chinese zodiac if they get touched. And it's such it's a sweet story and not if that makes sense. I really, really love this series, and I cannot wait to read it all and own it all on my shelf. Next we have Komi Can't Communicate, and I just love this manga. I have gotten through about 5 volumes of it so far, and I know, I already know I want to own it, so I want to slowly start picking these up. I've been reading them through my library currently, but I can't wait to add them to my physical shelves, and mostly because I think that these are just really cute. These are technically shonen when I checked, and they're slice of life about a high schooler named Komi who literally can't communicate. She gets so anxious she can't talk to people, and it's very relatable. And I love how her friendships bloom and grow and develop with everyone, and the little side love story we're getting is really cute. And I just really, really love Komi Can't Communicate. It's such a fun read, and it's just so utterly adorable at the end of the day that I have to have it on my shelves. Next we have My Senpai Is Annoying. I just love these covers. They crack me up every time I see them. I've just yet to pick them up. I know that it's about a girl who gets a new job, and her senpai is super annoying and basically picks on her all the time and calls her a kid because she's short, and I find the plot of this very relatable, and I cannot wait to read it. Then we have another classic shoujo, which is Oran High School Host Club, and I have watched the anime and read some of the mangas of this, and I love this series. I have such a soft spot for it. Anyways, she crashes and busts an extremely expensive vase at the kids' school, and in order to repay the debt she has to work at the host club, and it's so funny and goofy. And I know the manga ends better than the anime, but I can't remember if I read to the end of the manga or not anymore. So I just know I want to buy these. I want them on my shelf. I love them. I think they're such a fun, goofy little goofy little manga, and I love the premise so much. Next, we have one that I keep trying to buy, and everywhere I go, it's damaged. So I'm like actually kind of afraid to even order it and get it damaged as well. But it's Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. So all you need to know about me is I love monsters, and I love that this is an arranged marriage. So this is definitely shoujo, and she has resigned herself to being the sacrificial meal to the Beast King. It's a fantasy manga, and I'm sure there's going to be romance in it. I love the covers for this. But yeah, everywhere I go, the spine is damaged. Like, it's been cut with a box cutter when taken out of the box. And I'm like, crap, I really want this manga. But I'm not like a total snob about how my manga condition is. But I'm not gonna buy something that's already damaged like that. Like, it can have a little bit of wear and tear, that's fine. But that's like, I feel like if I'm gonna read it, it's gonna fall apart. But yeah, I really, really want to read Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. It sounds like everything I love, and I think it's gonna be a favorite of the year when I get to it. Next, we have Snow White with the Red Hair, which I've read one volume of from my library, and I adored it. And I know that I'm gonna have to own all of these, and then I'm gonna have to watch the anime at some point. So this is a retelling of a classic fairy tale about an herbalist and a love-struck prince. He is the second in line. She cuts her hair off because of this like crappy prince who's trying to like put her into his harem, I guess. She doesn't want to be his possession, so she cuts her hair off, she runs off, ends up in a neighboring kingdom and befriending the second in line prince, and she is just so fun. I really like her as a character. This is like literally, again, my catnip in a book. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to read the rest of the series. We've got 2 more left on this list, so not too bad. Next we have Something's Wrong With Us, which, look, again, catnip, book nip, all right here. It's a spine-chilling and steamy romance between a Japanese sweetmakers and the man who framed her mother for murder. It's dark and psychological. Sign me up immediately because this is absolutely everything I want. I am so excited to dive into this book. I can't wait to pick all of them up. I feel like I need to buy them all and read them in one go because I don't think it's something that I'm going to be able to just leave off on after a volume. Like, I love a psychological situation, and I love the whole premise for this. And then the other manga on my wish list for the year is to continue collecting and get volume 5 and then whatever else comes out this year of Sweat and Soap, because this is probably one of my favorite mangas. So this is a seinen manga, and it's about a guy who smells this girl at work. They work for like a perfumery, Bath and Body Works type shop that makes soap and stuff, and she thinks she's really stinky and uses a lot of the products, and he smells her when she thinks she's stinky and is like obsessed with how she smells. So it's kind of a different fetish, but it's not like gross really, and it's done so well. And the book really centers around them like having a relationship and communicating with each other and finding each other and how to be together. And I just, y'all, it's the cutest little slice of life goodness that I need in my life, honestly. It's so good. I love everything I've read so far from it, and I just know that all I want is to continue buying it for the rest of the year and to fill out the rest of my collection. Like I said, I'm missing volume 5 right now, and I'm hoping to pick that up very soon and then keep picking them up as they come out. I've been reading them digitally before this, and I was like, all right, y'all, that's all I've got for my wish list this year. I'm trying to keep it small since I'm just kind of really starting my collection. And let me know in the comments any mangas you're planning to collect this year, or if you think there's something I should check out and I might like. You can also drop a heart emoji of your choosing color in the comment box down below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I will see you in a few days with my next video. Bye.
Really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.